Hi, Dr. Todd Sullivan from Nova Chiropractic and Acupuncture. In today's video, I'm going to go over 8 full body stretches you can do to improve your mobility, improve your flexibility, and improve your posture. So what we'll do is we'll demonstrate those 8 exercises. I would highly recommend you perform them on a regular basis to improve your posture and to improve your mobility. So what Renee is going to do, she's going to scoot to the edge of the chair so her sit bones are right on the edge, and I want her to cross her left leg over her right. And what she's going to do is maintain really good posture, be nice and tall, and I want her to hinge forward as far as she feels comfortable, and she should feel a really good stretch in her glutes, her hamstring, and into her low back. So let's have you good, nice posture, and then lean into it. And again, you'll feel a really good stretch. Depending on how tight you are, that'll limit your range of motion. But if you do this on a regular basis, you'll notice your range of motion improves and it takes pressure off your hips. And what you want to do is hold that for 30 to 45 seconds and then switch and do the other side. What I would recommend patients do is to do this once in the morning while you're working and then once in the afternoon. If you sit for a long period of time, that creates a lot of hip stiffness and tightness, and this is a great way to combat that and to help take pressure off your hips. Now to perform a side lying open book stretch, what I'm going to have Renee do is I'm going to have her lay on her left side, and I want her to put a pillow underneath her neck to reduce any strain on her neck. And I want her to bring her right leg forward up into about a 90-degree angle, and I want her to maintain contact with the floor at all times. And what that's going to do, it's going to take some pressure off her hips, but also get a good stretch in her lower and mid back. Now what I want her to do is to bring her left arm straight and her right arm on top. Now I want her to maintain contact with her left arm on the floor, and this time she's going to take her right arm and open up like a book and then rotate back. And go back as far as you feel comfortable. This is a great stretch for your mid to low back, and it's also a safe exercise for your low back. And then she's going to come forward, and I want her to do about 10 to 15 repetitions. And once she opens it up, I want her to hold that position for a few seconds and then come back. Perfect. Again, you can see she's going nice and slow through the exercise. And again, I want her to do 10 to 15 repetitions and then switch and do it on the other side. This is a great stretch to improve your posture and to take pressure off your low back. Now the next stretch we want to perform is for the hamstring. Now to perform a hamstring stretch, I want to use a yoga strap, a towel, or even a belt would work. And I'm going to wrap that around her foot. And then she's simply going to use her hand to assist her leg up to a 90-degree angle. Now she wants to hold that stretch for about 10 to 15 seconds and then come back down. And I want her to do that for 3 repetitions. So bring the leg back down, and she's going to go all the way down. And again, next thing she's going to do, she's going to come back up and hold that for another 10 to 15 seconds. And do that 3 times on each leg. And again, only go up as far as you feel comfortable. If you can only go at a 45-degree angle, that's fine as well. Ideally though, you want to be about a 90-degree angle, and you'll feel a really good stretch in your hamstring. The next stretch we want to perform is for the quadricep muscle, which is in the front of the leg. So for this, what I want you to do is to lay on your left side, put a pillow underneath your head, and I'm going to have Renee bend her right leg, and I want her to use her right arm to grab her foot. And what she's going to do, she's going to bring her foot towards her butt and bring that as far as you feel comfortable, and you should feel a really powerful stretch in the quadricep muscle in the front of the leg. Now to make it more effective stretch, what I want her to do, once she gets that leg in that position, I want her to squeeze her glutes. Now what that does is it helps to get a deeper stretch into the quad. And I want her to hold that for about 10 to 15 seconds and then relax, and I want her to do that 3 times on each leg. This is a great stretch for the quadricep. Now the key to doing this stretch is we don't want her upper body to either bend forward, or we don't want her pelvis to roll back. We want to try to maintain a nice straight line, and as she's holding that stretch, and then again, squeeze the glutes to get a deeper stretch. So the next stretch we want to perform is for our lat muscles. Those are the muscles right in this area. What we want to do is we want to be in an upright position on our knees. We want to be about 2.5 feet away from the chair. So what she's going to do is she's going to bring her elbows and rest them on the edge of the chair. And she's going to bring her wrist back towards her head. And then from this position, I want her to just kind of lean back and to help sink into that stretch. And what this does is stretches this whole lat muscle right through here. And I want her to hold that for 10 to 15 seconds and then repeat that 3 times. And this will really help to stretch those lat muscles out, which will help to improve your posture and improve your flexibility. Now, if you have really tight lats, you may not be able to sink into it as far as Renee did, but work up towards that, and you want to really kind of force your chest down towards the floor, and that'll really open up the stretch. Now, to get a deeper stretch, you can also do that with a dowel like a broomstick or a PVC pipe. And what she's going to do is once she gets her elbows in that position, I'm going to have her grab the bar and put it behind her head. So I'm going to have you grab that bar and then put it behind your head, and same thing as before, I want her to kind of push her chest down, and this will actually get a deeper stretch into the lat, because it's also kind of forcing the tricep to stretch and to open up that lat. Now try that. If you don't feel a good enough stretch with the other position, grab a broomstick, grab a dowel, and just add that into the lat stretch, and you'll notice a deeper lat stretch. So the next full body stretch we're going to do is going to be for our calves. We're going to do a calf stretch. So what that's going to look like is Renee's going to reach towards the wall. She's going to put it, if we're stretching the left one, she's going to bring her left one back, and she's going to lean her upper body in towards the wall and help to straighten that leg to get a good stretch into her calf. And what you want to do is hold that for 30 to 45 seconds and then switch it up and do the other leg. So just a simple calf stretch, great one for the Achilles, also for your calf to get a good stretch. And again, hold that for 30 to 45 seconds and then repeat on the other side. So the next stretch we're going to do is going to be for our chest. So we're going to stretch our pec muscles using the corner of a wall. And what that's going to look like is we're going to put our arms up into a 90-degree angle. We're going to step in towards the wall and we're going to stretch out the pec. So Renee, I want you to face this corner here. Put your arms up in a 90-degree angle there. Good. And then what she's going to do is she's going to lean her body into that corner, and she's going to feel a really great stretch in her chest, which is going to open up the pecs, which is going to improve your posture. And again, hold that for 30 to 45 seconds, and then I would repeat this 2 times. This is also a great stretch to do if you've been on a computer all day long. It can help to open up your chest and improve your posture. The first example of a static stretch is going to be for your upper trapezius and levator scapulae. So what that's going to look like, Renee, I'm going to have you face that way. And what she's going to do is she's going to put her left hand almost like in her back pocket, and then she's going to take her other hand and bring her head down and away. And what she's going to do in a static stretch is hold that for 30 seconds. As opposed to the dynamic stretch where we're actively moving, this is just going to be a static hold and hold for 30 seconds. And typically that's what I want to do when we're doing a static stretch, 30 to 45 seconds.